I just think this bathroom's gross.
Well, this is going. This is, you know that.
If you are ripping this out, then demo the entire thing.
Yeah?
If you're gonna rip this out...
I'm ripping this out. This is gross. Tiles right here.
Yeah. Okay, looks like we're definitely doing the bathroom. Okay, the whole bathroom is gutted since we did our walkthrough. Let's see how they put these studs in the wall. So here we started framing out the alcove for the tub. As you saw before, all those 2x4s were laid flat. This is 1840s construction, so no real rules back then. So we framed everything out. Didn't do it exactly as it should have been done, just because we wanted to save space and tuck the studs away right next to those flat 2x4s.
Here now.
Hey, Cacaneta, boys.
Zach just got here.
Okay.
It's funny, as soon as I see you, I get thirsty for a beer, so I'm gonna get one.
So here we are putting the cross members in for the shower body and cleaning, fluxing, preparing to sweat some elbows and PEX adapters on the shower valve. We usually do this before we mount it to the wall, just because a little bit easier to not catch all the studs on fire. We mostly use these MAP gas torches with regular solder and flux that you could find in any hardware store, Home Depot, or whatever. Here I just use this nice PVC cutter to cut out all the old waste lines so we can make way for the new PEX. And here we are mounting the shower body to the studs, making sure it's nice and level and center of where the tub is going to be. And I'm getting the measurements for the stub pieces to go to the shower drop ears. Here we are cleaning the drop ears and just sweating those on. Again, better to sweat them outside of the wall, prevent the risk of a fire. And here we are attaching them. Again, making sure they're center. And then he's going to go ahead and sweat them right in place. We always keep a spray bottle of water close by. So what you're seeing here are PEX adapters being added to the pipes coming up from the basement, which is where the hot water heater and domestic water supply is. These were existing. We ended up changing those out though and putting T's on them to stub up for the vanity because we didn't want to leave them in the wall because that's an exterior wall. And now we're just running the PEX through the floor joists.
Foreman?
All right, shower body is done and connected. Transition to PEX. There's our lines
I'm
going
gonna cut a
down.
short piece of the range real quick.
And then the cold is continuing over to the toilet. And Ryan is the foreman just called and said that he's working too late.
Yeah, but there's no overtime. They're not paying overtime.
Now we're starting the work on the wastes and vents. So we're tying into this cast iron 3-inch stack with a Fernco and then transitioning over to PVC. We put a Y there, 3x2 Y. The 2-inch is going to go over to the vanities, pick up the double vanity. So here's that 2-inch coming across under the floor. We didn't have enough pitch to pick up the tub, So we're going to tie the tub into an existing 1.5-inch waistline that's going downstairs. The biggest problem with this setup before is the sink and tub were both on an 1.5-inch waistline with no vent. So they just kept getting siphoned and they drained very, very slow. So we needed to improve the venting in this bathroom, and we replaced all of the waistlines while doing so. So we transitioned to 1.5 inch there to pick up the other vanity sink. Now we're coming across and we're working on the vent. The vent is going to go up into the attic and then ultimately through the roof. The stack itself is vented through the roof as well, 3-inch stack that goes up through the attic and then through the roof. Very important when you plan these jobs, get a dumpster before you start the work. That way you don't need to move the garbage twice, which of course happened on this job. Alright, now we're shooting that 1.5 inch vent up through the attic. Ryan's upstairs in the attic, just pulling it up and letting me glue it. And now we're working on the tub drain, kind of eyeing it up, seeing where it needs to be. We had the tub there, so we were using that to take measurements. And we brought the tub in and kind of figured out where it needed to be before we finished all the plumbing. The drain, rather. Once we figured out where the drain needed to be, we started working on patching up the floor. We put some nail plates down. This is all 3/4 ply. This tub was a cheaper tub from Wayfair. It's 36 inches wide. It's very deep. It's a soaking tub. Really nice. It has adjustable legs. Doesn't need to be set in cement. So we just made sure that all the legs were resting on solid pieces of the floor. And of course, when you go to level a tub, it's constantly removing it, putting it back, removing it, putting it back. The nice thing was we framed out this half wall after we had the tub set in place. Would have made it much harder if we had to pull it in and out of the alcove like you typically would need to do.
Good thing you were able to fit a...
Here we are checking for leaks. We're going to check the overflow for leaks later.
All in a day's work, right?
A long day's work.
Little liftgate action.
I can always count on my friend RJ to take care of all the heavy lifting. Most of the plaster and the sheetrock in the house was in pretty good shape with the exception of this room. So my friend Santiago ended up demoing this room and installing new sheetrock. So we did a little time lapse of them removing all of the plaster and lath. And I unfortunately didn't get a time lapse of them sheetrocking because I didn't want to be in their way. But these guys work fast. I mean, they had this done in 2 days. Start to finish, new insulation and everything.
I don't see much painting going on here.
Hello. Yeah. We have
This,
to. We have to fuel. Yeah. Want some pizza?
So,
Wow.
does this... dude, it's so hard for me
Wow.
to understand.
Dude, you can see it's still wet.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
I think he says it needs one more.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? It looks like it.
Yeah. All right, and let's look in here.
Alright, so check this out.
So we got the backer board on the floor.
Yeah, just, I guess he's
Nice and solid.
It is nice and solid.
Oh, he already moved this. Or he-
No, I did that.
Good work.
Thank
we just
you.
Gotta, we'll cut that with the multi-tool.
And cut
this.
that. Okay.
There's the radiant floor mat, and you could see all the sheetrock and backer board is installed, and we are ready for tile, which Santiago will do as well.
All right, this room is primed and being painted.
Yep.
Looks beautiful. Very, very nice. What do you think? Are you happy you guys did this?
Yeah.
So here, the floor tile, which is like a nice slate, is all done and grouted. And the subway is all up around the shower, subway tile. Santiago does beautiful work, as usual. And it's really starting to look great. There's going to be a marble saddle on that wall, or a ledge, I should say.
And then you just sold the tractor, 600 and 600. Well,
That's right.
whatever
Well,
it is.
I'm not keeping
Yeah.
all of that. Hey, Sammy.
Hey.
So here is the final. Bathroom is all done. They ended up doing a two-tone paint job above and below that trim. New baseboard covers. They reused the same toilet. That vanity is from Wayfair. We're just missing a piece of trim here that they need to match up and paint. You could see how the drawer has cutouts for the waists, and then it just has 4 long supplies going to some T's with 4 quarter-turn angle stops in the back there. The drawer is removable. Both drawers are removable. Faucets are also from Wayfair. They seem to be pretty good quality, actually, very solid. That's a Delta multi-choice shower body with a trim that they picked out. There's a little alcove there for shampoo and stuff. You could see a nice piece of quartz for the ledge there. And I had asked if they had any problems with water overshooting, and they did not. We were going to put a piece of glass there, but I think they're going to end up leaving that open. Just needs some minor trim pieces here and there, but it came out great. And the radiant floor heat is a beautiful touch. Really nice feeling on your feet. Anyway, that is it for this video. Please check out my other videos. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And I'll be posting more videos like this going forward.